Hey everyone. I think there are a few people waiting. Can people hear me? Can you guys hear me? Okay, perfect. So I'm sorry about the technical difficulties with Sergeant Friedman's first aid video. We're gonna make sure that we get that up and running for another time and that we fix the technical difficulties that we had before. Obviously, I am not Captain Luo. I am CI Caso, and what I'm doing here is for this time, and this is like a break time in between the lessons, but it's also a time where you guys can submit questions for Captain Luo. So Captain Luo contacted me a few days ago, and she asked me if she thought it would be interesting if she did a video on what it's like being a doctor in the Montreal COVID ward. And she is going to answer people's questions if they have questions on coronavirus or about life as a doctor, or specifically life as a doctor working in a coronavirus ward. So, what I want you guys to do is type the questions that you have for Captain Luo in the comments. They could be anything coronavirus related, or anything doctor related. And what I'm going to do is I am going to save the questions that are relevant and send them to Captain Luo so that then she can make a video and present the video to all of you guys next week. So this is kind of a fun way to get your questions answered by somebody who's actually working on the front lines of this coronavirus pandemic in Montreal. So what questions do you have? Okay, are all hospitals open? That's a good question. Obviously, like I'm not the one answering these questions. I'm not a medical professional. I'm just collecting the questions and handing them to Captain Luo, but I'm interested to see what you guys think. Is the border closed? I actually do know the answer to that one because I grew up in the United States and my parents still live there. Yes, the border is closed. I physically cannot get back to America. My parents were going to come visit me in Montreal. I haven't seen my parents in months. And they were going to come visit me, but now they can't because the border's closed. So yeah, but these are really good questions. What's the actual reality in the hospitals? Okay, wonderful. Yeah, she'll be able to talk about that. How long does your work shift last? That's a good question. I know right now she's doing night shifts. So Captain Luo is currently working right now. As we speak, she's in the coronavirus ward at the Jewish General Hospital. That's why it's not Captain Luo doing this video, it's me, because Captain Luo is being a superhero and saving the world right now. So that's why I'm here and it's not her. And so yeah, she's real superhero. What happens if a person gets corona? Yeah, that's really good. The Jewish General Hospital is 1 block away from your house. Bolotsky. Okay. Nice, yeah. Captain Luo typically works at the Glen in Westmount / NDG, but then she was moved over to the Jewish General Hospital because that's where all the COVID patients are, and that's where they needed her. Perfect. I'm just gonna take a picture of like some of these questions so I can send them to her and write them up and send them to her. I'm not sending her all these comments, by the way. I'm just like the picture is just for me so that I can type up the questions. What do you guys think? What do you guys think about this virus? How is it affecting your life? Like, how are you guys doing? I know this is a kind of a problematic time. Are you guys holding up? What happens if a doctor gets it? Yeah. That's a good question. Yeah, it sucks. I know. It's a bit of a time, but what are you guys doing to kind of stay busy? I FaceTimed my parents today. My parents in America. I FaceTime my cousin. I have finals right now because I'm a McGill student. So I have a lot of work to do, a lot of finals, essays and projects. Is there another way to know how, if we have the virus, instead of going to the hospital and waiting for hours? That's a good question. Yeah. All these questions will go to Captain Luo. Yeah. Spend unhealthy amounts of time on the computer. Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Netflix is profiting right now. And Disney Plus. I've been watching Disney Plus. They must have missed you a lot. Yeah, I think my parents do miss me. But there's nothing really anybody can do about it, unfortunately. Yeah. Are you guys watching any good TV shows or movies? I get distracted too much without teachers. Yeah, I don't like online classes either. I'm a student just like you guys, and I prefer regular classes. Yeah. The Office, Kim's Convenience. Well, I know The Office, but I don't know Kim's Convenience. Up by 3.7 million is Netflix. Yeah. That sounds about right. I've been watching some of my old childhood shows that I liked when I was a kid. All the old Disney ones. I've also watched Flight Sergeant Chen, watched Ocean. Okay, nice. Well, it's Earth Day today, so that's a very on topic thing. Earth Day. It's sad that we can't be outside too much during Earth Day today. Any other questions for Captain Luo that you guys might have? It could be anything relating to the hospital, her job, her career, or COVID. Like, oftentimes there's a lot of quote unquote fake news around in the media about COVID, and a lot of people are spreading rumors. So it's always good to ask a doctor directly, especially somebody who's directly working with this virus. So she's getting trained on how to deal with this virus. So this is a good opportunity to ask a very qualified professional. We're very lucky that we have her at our squadron. What are you guys doing to kind of, are you guys doing anything particularly to help others or contribute to the community? Like, is there anything that, even if it's not, like, everybody staying at home is absolutely contributing to the community. But like, for instance, like sometimes I babysit my cousins via the iPad when my aunt needs to do some adult work. I will kind of entertain my cousins while my aunt is doing stuff. That way they can get some rest. Where like, I'm eating grass? What? That's interesting. For Captain Luo, how long do you think this crisis will last? That's a good question. We should promote her so much when she's back. Yeah, I agree. But unfortunately, I don't think the military works that way. Because if she gets promoted anymore, she'll be the same rank as Major Leslie. Hi, Sergeant Friedman. It's okay. We can figure something out another time. Right now, I'm just kind of chatting with people, and people are asking questions that I'm going to collect and send to Captain Luo for her video next Wednesday. She's done so much for the world. Yeah, I agree. She's, we always, as cadets, right? We learn about, we learn about times in our country's history where people have to rise to the challenge. And, in the Second World War, lots of young men would go overseas and face danger. And it's always like, oh, if something like that happened, would I do something that brave? And in this case, Captain Luo is going to the front lines and doing something just as brave. Yeah, summer camps canceled. It is a very, very big bummer. I am very disappointed. I know a lot of you guys are very disappointed. Yeah, I was gonna head to Bagotville and be a flight commander there for the second year. And I know Flight Sergeant Chan was gonna be staff. Plenty of other people were gonna do staff. Some people were gonna try new trainings. It is a really, really big bummer, and I'm sorry, guys. We're all like really sad. So I know it's kind of disappointing, but I'm hoping that there will be stuff going on over the summer, whether it's online or locally in Montreal or something. We haven't really gotten any direction from Ottawa about that. Right now there's just, all we know is that summer camps are canceled, but I know that the people at headquarters in Ottawa are working on trying to keep people engaged somehow. But if you can imagine at those, like those of you who've been to summer camp, those barracks, like all those cadets in that one building and everybody in very cramped quarters, that's not the best situation for coronavirus. But I definitely am gonna miss camp. Yeah. So at 8:15, I'm going to start, at 8:15, I'm going to start my video. I'm really excited. I'm gonna tell you a story, basically. So get a snack, get something to drink, and just, I'm gonna basically tell you a story of a particularly interesting World War I hero. And so definitely come to that and comment, and that'll be live as well. So yeah, or just listen like a potato. That works too. It's especially, so today is the 105th anniversary of the Second Battle of Ypres. Which is a particularly important battle for Canadians because so many Canadians lost their lives in that battle and fought in that battle. So I'll be talking a little bit about Second Battle of Ypres, but I'll be talking about other things too. But it's a particularly opportune time to be discussing World War I because of 105th. Eeps. What? Here, I'll type it. It's pronounced Eeps. Yeah. So when I'm on my live stream in my next video, now you'll know how it's spelt. The Second Battle of Ypres. Interesting name, eh? It's in Belgium. We'll talk about that in the next video, so don't miss it. Anyway, type the questions you have for Captain Luo. I'm recording them, so yeah. We'll talk about World War I in the next video. And I have some pretty wild stories, including yeah, I have some stories. But back to COVID. Any more questions for Captain Luo before I leave this video and get myself organized for the World War I video? The Battle of Cheeks? No, it's the Battle of Ypres. Oh, I was looking at previous comments to make sure I recorded them all, and Flight Sergeant Chan said that he's buying groceries for somebody else. That's a really good thing you can do to help community service, and especially helping the elderly in our neighborhoods. That's really good. Gas masks. We'll talk a little bit about gas masks in the next video. All right, I'm going to be shutting off this video because I need to get organized for the 8:15 video. So, like, last call for questions for Captain Luo. And if you remember a question that you didn't ask, like, during this time, you can just message the squadron Facebook page. Or you can message one of the seniors and they'll get in touch with me. I'm just combining all the questions and then sending them to Captain Luo. Okay, it looks like we are done. Everybody move along to the World War I video that I have set up, and I will see you guys there. Thanks a lot.